Don't place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders, so we're going to look at the stock market right now, a bit of a stock market update. What's really going on right now on the stock market? And we're going to have a good look around to see what's going on. Let me see if I can just fix this screen up here a little bit more so we can get a good look at it. There we go. All right, cool. All right, so what we're looking at right now is the Dow Jones. Okay, we're looking at the Dow Jones, and we're let's look at the 3-month view here. And one thing we can see on the Dow Jones, right, is first thing we can see is look how nice this upward trend is, right? We've got a low, market ran up, came down, created some sort of a high low through here, a high low through here, and notice how we're getting a pullback and pullback. Now, this pullback here, notice how it's actually quite weak. Right, and what I mean by that is that if we zoom in a bit, notice how we are getting a pullback, but they're very small little bars, right? Or small little candles. If you're looking at, say, a candlestick chart, let me bring up a candlestick chart here for a minute, right? Notice how they're very, very, very small candles, very, very small bars. Now we do have a gap that is right here, and it's really interesting to see that gap there's still a bit of a gap here that actually probably will be filled within the next day or so. We may get a rally down, but if we do get a rally down, then I would expect to see this level of support come into play and probably bounce, and then maybe we're likely to continue here because we are breaking out of this resistance level here. So the Dow Jones right now is it does look like that it may, on the short term, may want to come down and close that gap there. But low, higher low, this pullback here is actually quite weak. So I'm expecting some sort of high low through here. And then maybe, just maybe, we're getting ready to race up to new highs. So the new high point, the absolute new high point is right there, 27,000 on... Yeah, so 27,000. So maybe we're getting, if we do hold here and we create another higher low, we're probably likely to run back up towards at least the 27,000 mark. And then maybe have a bit of a pullback from there as well too. But on the short term, we're getting a bit of a pullback through here, and we've got the gap there as well too. On the S&P 500, same sort of thing, but on the S&P 500, look how beautiful that upward trend is. Like, look at my trend line through there, right? It's just nice little high low. We had a high low through here. So we have a high low through here, nice little pullback, higher low, nice little pullback. Look at that trend line, just beautiful. And now we're rallying back up as well too. But the S&P does also have a gap, and that's that gap right there. So be really interesting to see whether we do continue up here or whether we come down and close that gap on the S&P 500. And then also on the Nasdaq as well too. The Nasdaq also has a gap, but look at that gap there. The gaps will be filled, right? So this gap here that's on the Nasdaq, this gap will be filled, right? So it'll just be really interesting to see whether we do continue up from here or whether we start to have a bit of a pullback. Let me delete this trend line off the screen because we don't need that. Or whether we start to get a bit of a pullback. If we start to get a pullback through here right now, we start to get a close below 7,900. That would tell me we're probably going to start to come back down and close this gap on the Nasdaq there. So that's what I'm seeing there right now, guys. On the markets, we're still looking pretty bullish. The Dow Jones is still looking pretty strong as well too. But we do have those gaps there in the market. So let me know what you think. Do you think we're going to come down and close the gap and then race up to new highs, or do you think this is the top? You know, I'd love to hear what you think in the chat box below. Before you go, I am giving away a free trial to the Master Trader Lab with all the different trading courses you can see on the screen right now. So go to mastertraderlab.com right now. I'm running a special over the next few days. So go to mastertraderlab.com to get a free trial to all the different trading courses you can see on the screen right now. So go to mastertraderlab.com.